Yo, what is up, guys? It's Pedro here, and in today's video, I want to talk about something Joe Whitt said about Benjamin St-Juste, Mike Sainristil, and Mike Davis in today's video. Also be giving you guys an injury update on Marshon Lattimore. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, do all that good stuff. It's free. It does help out a ton and means a lot to me. Hopefully, you guys had a great Thanksgiving yesterday. There was some good, the first game was good. The two games after that weren't so great, but let's talk about what Joe Whitt said this past week, and it just gives me an opportunity to talk about the cornerback room, talk about Mike Sainristil, who for the most part has had a very good rookie year. Last game allowed a touchdown, but for the most part has been really, really good the last, I would say, 6, 7-ish weeks. The first few weeks it was kind of for him, but then after that he's been playing really well on the outside, and they traded for Marshon Lattimore. When he comes back, if he comes back this week, he'll be on the outside, and I think Sainristil will also be on the outside, and then you'll likely have Noah Igbenogany in the slot. Maybe they try St-Juste there in the slot. Maybe it works out better for him. I don't know, but the cornerback room is going to be better. We know that for sure once Marshon Lattimore comes in. But let's talk about what Joe Whitt said. So he was asked about the cornerback room and why Benjamin St-Juste has been playing less, stuff like that. What we're doing is less about what Ben's doing and more about what I've seen from Mike, which is I think he's talking about Michael Davis and want to see more of him. And so Mikey is Sainristil, I guess, has done a really good job. We have Ben and Mike in the boundaries, and we have them rotating every 2 series. And because I think he's deserving, he's practiced really well. And so I want to see more of him. So it's less about what Ben hasn't done. It's more about what Mike has done. So basically, a nice way of putting it is St-Juste hasn't been good enough. They're trying some other guys out, and I guess Mike Davis has been good in practice, so that's why. So it's not a shot. He's not, he said it in the nicest way possible. Basically, Benjamin St-Juste just isn't playing well, and the fact that they're playing Michael Davis, who's I think is just as bad. Maybe he's better in coverage than St-Juste, but in terms of tackling, he is awful. Like, one of the worst tacklers I've ever seen at the cornerback position. I mean, he hasn't played a lot, but when he does and he allows a catch in front of him, it's almost an automatic missed tackle. And so it's interesting because St-Juste gets beat and has a lot of pass interference, but his tackling isn't amazing, but it's not like a weakness of his. But for Michael Davis, it's really, really bad. And I don't know who's worse. I don't know. At this point, I wouldn't mind seeing Emmanuel Forbes out there. It's been a while, and that's crazy that I'm saying that. But I wouldn't mind seeing Emmanuel Forbes out there because it can't get that much worse than St-Juste and Michael Davis. See what he does, and if he's bad after a possession or two, take him out, and you don't have to bring him back at all. But he hasn't played in like a while. It's been a minute since Forbes has played, so see what he maybe sitting on the bench for a while and being inactive changed some things for him. Probably not, but who knows? Maybe it did. Joe Whitt talked about the rotation, and we talked about this. Says they love what Sainristil is doing on the other side. So we talked about earlier in the season. Okay, ideally. Once Sainristil started playing on the outside, we're like, all right, this is good. He's playing well, but probably eventually you're going to move him in the slot. But he's continuing to play well on the outside. I think there's a good chance they keep him there. Definitely for the rest of the season, more likely than not. But maybe for his career until he shows that he shouldn't be a starting outside cornerback. So that is good. If, regardless, I don't know why I started there. Regardless, it's good to have a stud corner if he's slot or outside, but you'd rather have an outside corner. So if you can check that off your board this season, that's great. You got Mike Sainristil and you got Marshon Lattimore. You just need to get a slot guy, and that's not too hard to find. You can probably find one in a free agency, a placeholder type for 1 year. And then after that, and maybe you can draft a guy in the third-ish round. I don't know. They have a good third-round pick. They have a second-round pick. Honestly, they have a decent amount of holes still, I would say, but they're starting to fill some out. I would say offensively, you could use another guard. I like Allegretti, but he's a good backup and, can start occasionally. But I would like to have an upgrade there. And then, tight end, we'll see what Ben Sennett does, but he hasn't been great. And you still need, I would say, maybe another tight end and a receiver for sure. And honestly, running back, like, honestly, the whole offense, like, Jaden has made it look better than it has been, but there's still, like, some positions that need to be filled out. Like, we got Terry, who's a stud. Sam Cosmi's good. Andrew Wiley's fine. Brandon Coleman hopefully is good. Tyler Biotis is fine. Like, we definitely have filled out some holes, but we still have some guys, we still have a lot of holes on the team. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with the draft, but it's good to see that the cornerback position, honestly, it might not be in the top three needs, depending on how Lattimore looks the rest of the way. They can, again, like I said, I know I got off track with talking about all the holes on the roster, but they can probably easily get a slot corner that's at least okay in the offseason for relatively cheap. And kind of like a placeholder, like I said, kind of like what they did with Bobby Wagner, where he'll be here, he's here for this year. Maybe he'll be here next year, but he's older. He's probably not going to be here for a long time. So that's something that maybe they can do with the slot cornerback position while they maybe draft the guy behind him like they did with Jordan McGee. Injury-wise, so Dan Quinn and company, they had the press conference. I mean, I guess not just Dan Quinn had the press conference today, and they said he's closer to playing and didn't rule him out immediately as he has in the past. So I guess that's good that, didn't rule him out. So there's a chance Lattimore plays. At this point, I don't really know. I think one of Lattimore and Robinson will play, not both of them. Maybe they will. I don't know. Quinn talked about Sainristil. The captains are very interesting this week. Mariota is a captain. I mean, it makes sense because he did play with Tennessee, but he's not going to be playing. I mean, hopefully, knock on wood, Jaden doesn't get hurt. But Mariota's not going to play. I mean, maybe they'll have a package for him, one play or something. I don't know. But and then Sheldon Day is the defensive captain. And then you got Tressway as the the special teams captain. I want to see, Sheldon Day might have played. He might have played in Tennessee because he has a lot of different teams he's played for. Maybe I'm tripping, but let's see. But yeah, I mean, some interesting captains there for sure. So never played for the Titans, but again, like I said, played for a few different teams there. Jacksonville, 49ers, Colts, Cleveland, Minnesota, Washington, like 5 different teams. But yeah, he's been a bright spot on this defense, a good find by Adam Peters and company, a good backup D tackle. Kind of like, I mean, it's different, but the commander, Ron Rivera and company got John Ridgeway. One of the better moves they got was picking him off the practice squad of the Cowboys and getting him on the active roster, and he had a good year that year. So I think Sheldon Day is different because he's a little bit older, but it could be a little bit of a contributor the next couple years for the Washington Commanders. So that was a good move for sure by the Washington Commanders. Wiley is trending in the right direction for this game against the Tennessee Titans, and then Robinson and Lattimore are question marks. I don't know. I still think Lattimore's probably out, but I wouldn't mind if they they went possession by possession. This is a huge game, though. It's a very, very big game for the Washington Commanders. They need to win this game if they want to make the playoffs. They're at 7 wins. They're still in a good spot. Still in a good spot to make the playoffs, but got to win this game. Got to win against the Titans, and then you play you got a bye week, and then the last few games of the season are all winnable games. The Eagles is a tough game. You're probably going to lose that game, but it's at home. It's a divisional game. You never know. You got the Saints winnable, Falcons winnable, and the Cowboys winnable. So starts though with this game. If you don't win this game, then you're probably going to have to win 3 out of the last 4. But if you win this game, then you just got to win 2 out of the last 4, and you're basically locked in for the playoffs. So that's just got to win this game. Jaden's got to play well. The offensive playmakers, they've got to help him out. They can't be dropping these passes. Defense got to ball out, and Cliff's got to call a good game. But yeah, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Go ahead and comment down below your score prediction for this game. Peace.